Got family here. Got all your family, right? Right? Not waiting? I'm not looking for anyone? Good, good. Okay. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Captain Jennison, Executive Officer here at Detroit Maps. I'll be swearing in your, we got soldiers, Marines, sailors. Any airmen in the group here? Nope, soldiers, Marines, sailors. All right. And I'll be, they're swearing in officer. First off, let me just say thank you for coming out here today. All right, what we do in the military is difficult enough. We'd never be able to do any of it. We couldn't be the superior fighting force we are without the love and support of our friends and families. So, thank you for being here for this momentous step in their young careers. And for everybody else on this half of the room right here, let me be the first, hopefully not the last, to say thank you, all right, for what you're doing today and what you're going to be doing for this country in the future. All right, in 7 years of service myself, I've come to realize that there's no job like being in the United States military. All right, there's nothing that's going to give you some of these opportunities that are out there. And yeah, you'll never know what you're going to do from day to day. Because I went myself from boots in the mud in the cavalry in Iraq to working for Army Space Command, all right, when I got back. And then here I am in Detroit. So, you know, you never know where you're going to go. Right, I asked to go back to a war zone, they sent me to Detroit. But, no, it's, you know, and make the best of it. Whenever you do get an assignment like that, make the best of it, all right? Make it your own. I mean, if you look at, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 people in front of us. I wouldn't be surprised if we had 11 jobs, 11 different career tracks. Yeah, things people are going to be doing. I mean, what do you do, Marine?
Utilities.
Utilities?
Construction.
Construction. So you're going to be building up all that stuff for the other Marines to live in and make sure that they've got good quarters and working anything, right?
Yes, sir.
That's not just a safety issue, but it's also a morale issue, right? There's nothing worse than having to live in a tent forever. You know, when you actually can get a building, or maybe some running water on occasion, you know, and keep the dirt storms and sandstorms out of your face when you sleep. So, you think it's an important job for the Marines?
Yes, sir.
A very important job for the Marines. How are you, Marine? What are you going to be doing?
I'm working on Humvees.
You're a mechanic working on Humvees and all those actually some new stuff coming out called the JLTV, the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle. Pretty cool little armored vehicle that's going to be replacing the Humvees very, very soon. But so you're going to be out there making sure all that stuff works, because I'm going to tell you right now, those guys are going to beat the heck out of that equipment. They're going to turn it back into you, and it's going to be tires falling off, and, you know, engines smoking, and they're going to expect you to get back in working order quickly so that they can go back out and do their job. You know, but not only that, but you know, they need to be able to focus on their mission. So knowing you are focused on their vehicles so that they know they're going to run. You think it's an important job? You're taking care of Marines every day. How about you? What are you doing?
Demolition and construction, sir.
Demolition and construction, so you're the blowing up part. You're the blowing up part of it, right? Engineers in the Army are the same way. All right, you know, you got those that build, you got those that tear down, and demolition and construction. So once again, but what goes along with that demolition part is what they call mobility, counter mobility. Right? You're the ones going to make sure that there's no obstacle too big for our infantry guys to break through and to get to where they're going. And that was a big thing for when we first went to Iraq. Is what the border of Iraq and Kuwait. Big burn, right? That we had to blow through first before we could get anybody else into that country. So it's the engineers that have to go through that one first. So you think it's an important job?
Yes, sir.
You make it possible for everyone else to do that. How about you? What are you doing?
Avionic technician.
Avionic technician, so keeping the helicopters and aircraft flying, because you know the Marines have their own air force,
Yes, sir.
right? And they rely on avionic technicians to make sure those planes are pointing in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
Because if you're off and any of those wires and get crossed, and that guy doesn't know where he's going. And there's some very valuable equipment, some new stuff that is very, very technical and very difficult to fly. So they need everything working there, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, an Osprey is what, $19 million a piece or something like that? Some ridiculous sum of money. You ever had your hand on $19 million before? You will. All right. You will. I'm very sure. But you know what? It's guys like you that keep those pilots flying. Those pilots don't want to deal with that stuff. They want to be able to focus on the mission once again. So you think it's an important job?
Yes, sir.
Very important job. How have you soldiered?
Infantry.
Infantry, huh? 11 Bravo.
Yes, sir.
Fort Benning. Nice. Shake your hand. You know why I do that, though?
Why?
Because the infantry is the backbone of the United States Army. All right, it's also the backbone of the United States Marine Corps. Without the infantry, there would be no army. All right. You know, everybody else here is here to support you in some way. Because without boots on the ground, we don't hold that ground, do we? So you think it's an important job?
Yes, sir.
A lot of responsibility is going to be put on you at the lowest level, because you are the face of America out there. All right, in both Iraq and Afghanistan and all around the world. So I think it's a very important job. How do you read? Truck driver, making sure that all their stuff gets to where it's going, right? Because, hey, you know, we can't carry it all ourselves. And I was a Bradley guy myself. That Bradley was not designed to go, 500 miles, right? It was only supposed to go short sprints. And we had to rely on truck drivers to get us from Kuwait to Baghdad and even further north to a place called Talifon. So, you know what? You guys have a very tough mission. It's a long mission because there's long stretches of highways out there, but it's a very important mission, right?
Yes, sir.
You know why? Because, well, without logistics, what do we got? Everything we can carry, and when all that runs out, what happens?
Screwed, sir.
We're screwed. We're down to throwing bombs. Exactly. It's a very important job for Marines. All right, we're going to try this. You guys haven't been fully trained on it, but I think we can figure it out. Group attention! First rank only. One step forward, march. First row. Welcome to the military. We call them ranks. At ease. How many soldiers are we doing?
I'm going to be signals intel.
Signals intel analyst. So you're going to be intercepting all the bad guys' information and making sure we decipher so that we know where we're going and who we're facing, right? Yeah. You think that's an important job? Very important job, right? If we don't know who we're facing, how can we prepare for it, right? We don't be going blind and do it. No, and there's a lot of cool technology we're dealing with to do that stuff. Working Space Command, I dealt with some of that stuff. We had some satellites out there that do some really cool things. So, enjoy that one. How about you, Sailor? What are you doing? Yeoman. Which, I can't remember what a yeoman is. What's a yeoman do?
Yeoman basically desk work.
Desk work, but paperwork, keeping that ship running though, right? Admin-wise, keeping that ship running. Yeah, because someone's got to do it, right? And, you're going to be tracking a whole lot of stuff to make sure that the people up top, they keep abreast on everything going on. So, you think it's an important job for the Navy? I guarantee you, if you stop doing your job from that ship ain't going anywhere. I'll be a Marine. What are you doing?
Air control, sir.
Air control, air traffic control, right?
Yeah.
So you're one of the few people here that gets mandatory sleep. You realize that? Well, they're up in the morning doing fire guard. You get to sleep because our air traffic controllers have to be well rested. Air traffic controllers and pilots mandatory 8 hours of sleep every night. Everyone else we can give them like 2. You guys need mandatory stuff, but you know why? Because can you juggle? No, you're gonna have to learn because you're gonna be juggling aircraft both on the ground and in the air. And some of these places that have got a lot of things flying through, you're going to be doing a lot of that. All right? And you said it yourself, it's very stressful. Why? Because not only do you have all this equipment that you're basically responsible for, but there's lives out there as well. Some of these cargo planes that are carrying 200 paratroopers coming into some place. You're deconflicting them with B-2 bombers and all kinds of other stuff flying around that airspace. So you ready for that? Yes, sir. You think it's an important job?
Yes.
Very important job. I'll be a Marine.
Infantry.
Infantry. Backbone of the Marines, right? Wouldn't be Marines without the infantry, would there? No. Boots on the ground, right? Without the boots, we don't hold that ground, do we? And the Marines are the first boots on that ground, right? They are the amphibious warfare experts. You're going to come off a beach and take whatever's there. The Army's going to come behind and pass you and take whatever's inland. But you guys got the beach, right? You guys own the beach. So, anything that's an important job for the Marines?
Yes.
Hell yeah, it's an important job for the Marines. How about you? We can do infantry. I'm kind of running out of things to say about the infantry, but no. It's a great life. I've lived similar in the cavalry myself, and you think about doing anything crazy like Ranger or airborne. You going airborne? So there you go, airborne, stepping out of a perfectly good airplane, huh? You ever actually been on an airplane?
No.
Oh yeah, occasionally. That's good because I sat next to a guy on my first jump. Never been on an airplane before. The first time that they put him on one, asked him to step off it, so I can do a little hair raising. So, you ready for it though? All right. Let's try this one again. Group attention! First rank only. One step to the rear. March. There we go. All right. So, there you have it. I mean, look, other than the 3 infantry guys, everyone else doing something a little bit different, going different places, and I have no doubt in my mind that you guys will do great things. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do is take a look to your left and take a look to your right. If you're in the United States Marine Corps, I have no doubt that you'll see one of these Marines sometime in your career, in your future. All right, if you're in the United States Army, I have no doubt you'll either see myself, Captain Fecto, or, once again, one of these soldiers that are standing here. And the Navy guy. Well, you might see one of these Marines. All right? Kind of left you alone on that one. But the reason I do say that stuff is everywhere I've been, from Japan to Iraq and everywhere in between, about 6 places now in the United States, I've run into somebody from my past. All right, and I say that just because we wear the American flag on our shoulders when we go into battle, but who we're really fighting for is the person on the left and the person on the right. So good luck and take care of each other out there. All right. Last thing I have to do is just ask. All right, are you ready for this? Does anyone have any reservations or reasons why they can't take this oath here today?
No, sir.
All right. Group attention. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies.
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey
that I will obey
the orders of the President of the United States
the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders
and the orders
of the officers appointed over me,
and the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations
according to regulations
and the Uniform Code
and the Uniform Code
of Military Justice.
of military justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You can put your arms down. Congratulations. Welcome to the United States military. All right. I'm going to need a couple minutes to finish up some paperwork with them. I'll have them back out to you in the lobby. If you would like to take some more pictures in the room here, go right ahead. I'm going to need to see in the classroom though before I turn them back over to you. As long as you promise to give them back to me. And I'll let. All right. All right, thanks. All right, back in pictures. Follow me. Okay.